Hey everyone, I'm April, and today I'm sharing my journey at Hatch2O. So you could say I've always taken the unconventional route. At one point, I pursued a medical path while also completing my business degree. It was actually a focus on international business at Wichita State University. Go Shockers. And you could also say partly due to the stereotypical, pressures and dreams of Asian immigrant parents, that there was some unwavering plans. But with this personal pivot, I did take a leap of faith and eventually moved to Los Angeles from Wichita, essentially with no job, no plans or apartment or really any solid plan. Just really essentially a strong desire to explore what possible opportunities came up.
So I packed up everything I could fit into my trusty 4Runner and ultimately hit the road, drove 1,400 miles straight west from Kansas. Honestly, one of the wildest things that I've done. As soon as I got to LA, I immediately set out to find a job. I walked up to the business owner who ran a diner right on the beach from years prior and reminded him that he promised this stranger a job. He was probably being facetious at the time, but I held him to it and luckily got the job.
I think I got very lucky. I don't know that I would advise anyone to do that now, but yeah, growing up, I moved around a lot, meeting new people, being the new kid, having to make new friends. So I think, I tended to lean into more of the unknown. So yeah, so for me, I think it just became more easy to adapt in unfamiliar territories, having to start over and, kind of build from the ground up again. Although it always initially seems foreign and scary, but I think my psyche just got used to it. So yeah, going through kind of a complete metamorphosis type of stage is kind of what I thrive in. From there, I did land various entry-level roles, and then I got my foot in the door in the tech space selling SaaS, which is software as a service, and transitioning to sales and account management roles. That was really my first foray in working with tech with a relatively small team. So after that, I soon discovered Hatch2O almost a couple years later, and I found myself in the deep end again, throwing myself into something completely foreign, started learning hardware product development, including industrial design, product mechanical engineering. Moving from software, selling SaaS, to hardware focused role was a pretty big leap. We were all kind of really treading new ground together. But that's kind of the thrill, right? With working with startups and in a startup.
I was used to working with small teams at my last tech company, but Hatch2O's culture was much closer to true startup life. We were all wearing multiple hats, and things moved fast. It felt like there were always too many things to juggle.
So fast forward 5 years, I'm now associate partner and director of creative partnerships here at Hatch2O, where we serve mainly early stage startups in various sectors from consumer to medical and industrial and emerging and deep tech. The 5-year journey so far has been, I would say, a roller coaster. Exciting, surprising, it's got its ups and downs, obviously, you name it. So I really embraced the challenges of building our sales workflows and systems from scratch, and the learning curve of, learning the high level technical aspects, along with our design approach and process, the constant emerging and forever advancing technologies in different categories and spaces all at once, in addition to pitching and, conveying our team's strengths and goals to our target audience and market. There was definitely a lot to do when I first joined, and I had to learn and adapt. When COVID-19 struck, obviously there was a lot of uncertainty, not just amongst our teams, but just the general market and economy, for sure. So So it was definitely paralyzing. And at the time, I was still kind of a contractor at this point. I had barely been with the team for about a year, but essentially we all still stayed committed. But for me, I was juggling part-time gigs and still continuing to push through for Hatch Duo and what I was essentially doing. I hustled not only to make ends meet, but also to ensure, the startup success. Leveraging really every and any opportunity that came my way, from waiting tables to modeling.
I've modeled for a range of brands, from newer and smaller companies, typically in the lifestyle category, from athleisure fitness brands to makeup, hair care, skincare, including one for Millie Bobby Brown, to a more unconventional brand that I was in for a cannabis shoot. And then, there are the larger, more well-known household names like Kingsford for charcoal products.
I think I got really lucky with my mentors, who are the co-founders of, Hatch Duo, John and Mike, who just honestly happened to be male. Both, incredibly open-minded and committed to helping essentially startups. They both genuinely value what different minds and different perspectives bring to the table. I think they also, of course, recognize the need for diversity in a traditionally male-dominated industry and space. I think you can, easily take a look at the management and leadership team. I don't think we look like your typical design firm in Silicon Valley in the Bay Area. So I didn't really expect anything less from what I knew what the culture would be. Early in my career, I often felt underestimated. To overcome this, I focused on consistently building a strong network, and a network that really just supports and advocates for me. The team's work also really just speaks volume and speaks for itself. My strength is really building genuine relationships and a community. So I really try to focus on connecting with people that really align with our company's values and mission. I think building relationships and genuinely connecting with people has really opened doors to new opportunities for myself, individually, but also for the team's sake as well. Along with that, obviously, new opportunities to collaborate, and there's just been invaluable advice throughout my career. So reflecting on the past 5 years at Hatch Duo, I've come to appreciate every part of the journey, with the highs and the lows. Of course, the early days were filled with uncertainty, hard work, and countless challenges. A lot of that still remains unchanged. There's still uncertain things and new challenges that ultimately come my way and the team's way. But yeah, alongside every struggle, there are victories, both, big and small, that really just propel us forward. So what truly motivates me every day isn't just our products or services, though I am proud of what we offer and what we bring to the market. It's really genuinely the people that I get to work with. My team, our partners and advisors that essentially have become my mentors, and of course our clients. Building meaningful, mutually beneficial relationships is what's really valuable and important to me and of course the rest of my team. But also making a positive impact, not just in our projects, but in every interaction. So every step of this journey has definitely reinforced the importance of community and collaboration. And I'm just so thankful to be part of it. So there you have it, a sneak peek into my leap into the innovative world of hardware with Hatch Duo.